How are you on this Saturday morning? Today, I'm going to be using some drywall tape on our card. I'm so excited. So my friend Dorothy, she gave me the idea and I looked it up and I found, practiced it a little bit, and I can't wait to show you guys how to use the drywall. It's quick, it's expensive. God, it's not expensive, it's inexpensive. It's quick and inexpensive way that you can add some interest to your cardstock or whatever you decide to use. I guess you could use it on regular paper too, but I'm using it on cardstock today. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Kristina Reese, and this is my business, Creating with Kristina, and I have been coming live every day in the month of May to do a card with stamp sets that will be retiring at the end of May. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love what I do. I help women, I help paper crafters make a difference with their creativity. And what I mean by that is when we create cards and then we send them out, my husband is peeking in the door and he's making fun of me. Okay. Sweet, sweet husband. Anyway, so when we create cards and send them out, we are changing the world. We are making people's days. We're bringing a smile to their face. So, but before I really get started, I just want to show off my top today. I've never done this before, but my friend Dorothy, she had a cabbie show, and I don't know if you can see the bottom of it. There we go. It flares out and it's so loose. I love this because I have a big bum. But it's a cute top, really love it, and C-A-B-I, cabbie. So she had a cabbie show, and her person that sells her cabbies name is Nicole Laidlaw. So her, I'm not sure what they're called. I'm called a demonstrator with my company, but okay, I have rambled on. Hey, speaking of Dorothy, there she is. Do you like my top? Isn't it pretty? I even have cute little matching earrings that I found. And good morning, Colleen. All right, let's get started. We got our card today. So the stamp set that we're looking at is Tea Together. This will be retiring, and Mother's Day is tomorrow, so I thought I would make a new Mother's Day card. One last Mother's Day card. This stamp set also comes with die cuts, and this is nice because it cuts out the intricate handle of the teapot and the handle of the cute teacup. Then it also has some pretty roses and leaves, so you can do some cute layering, which we will be doing today. So when we look at this cute little stamp set, Tea Together. Also, the poem up here, our love is one that covers years through life's joys and sometimes tears, a bond that stands the test of time, mother and daughter, hearts entwined. And love is a warm cup of tea, and happy Mother's Day. So really great stamp set for mothers. But you could do a happy birthday and still use that thing there too. So it doesn't just have to be Mother's Day cards. So I'm going to move those over for just a sec. And like I said, we are going to be using drywall tape. So what this is it's very low tack, sticky on one side and not sticky on the other. So you can imagine what we're going to do. We're going to stick it onto the cardstock, and then we're going to have some fun with it. So here is my cardstock. All right, and this is just cut at 3 4/4 by 5. So that I give myself a nice edge with the card base. And what I'm going to do is just lay this on here, okay? And being that it's grid, you can line it up real easy. Whoops, let me get my scissors out. And, okay, now this next piece, what I'm gonna do is the edge here has some pieces sticking out, and so I'm going to match those up as best I can. It's not going to match perfectly, but pretty close. That way we don't get a real funky seam in our ink. All right, and one more piece for this little edge here. And this drywall tape, you just find it over in the drywall section of your hardware store. Very cheap. This roll here that I have cost me barely $5. I mean, with tax and everything, it was about $5. So that one's not matching up at all. Let me flip it over and see if I can get a better match. Yeah, that's better. Okay. All right. Now, there are two ways you can ink this up. You can use a sponge brayer, which is real easy. You just do this. But not everybody has a sponge brayer. So you can also do it with a piece of a sponge. Now, all this is this round sponge cut into quarters. And I have crumb cake cardstock, so I'm going to use tone on tone crumb cake ink. All right, now I wanted to show you, this is what, this is the practice one I did last night, and I did this one with the sponge brayer. Let's see how it goes. And so it gave a more even overall coverage. The sponge is not going to do that, but the sponge is going to give me some very interesting look. So very lightly, you just kind of rub, and then you can start pressing down harder. All right, get some more ink here, and light, and then harder. And you just keep going, light, and then harder, and light, and harder. And what this is going to do is it's going to have some light spots and some dark spots. So also, this does, this rough tape, it's going to shred your sponge. So you can probably do it on a couple of them before you need a new sponge. And the sponge starts shredding so much that you can't, can't do anything with it. But voila, we are done. We are done making our background. Now watch how easy this pulls up. Love this. So you just catch the corner. And that's it. I mean, it's hardly sticky at all, but it's sticky enough to where it does that. Now, some other ways you could do this is maybe not covering the whole entire card. You could just do the corners, or you could just do the bottom half of the cardstock. But I did the whole piece because I've got a really cute card for you all today. Y'all ready for this? All right. Want to make sure I've covered everything that I want to cover before we get started on making the card. So I talked about the retiring stamp set, but we're also going to use a couple of retiring punches today too. We have the 1.5 inch. Oh, you can't really see that very well. Okay. And the 1 3/8 inch scallop. So these are both retiring. And the reason why I want to use these is the Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day stamp is like the perfect size for that scallop. All right, so we're using that today. And we are using Petal Pink for our main color. Now you can see that I punched out my circle here with the 1.5 inch punch because this is going on top of it and going to hide it. Cute, huh? Yeah. All right, here we go. What do I need? I need some adhesive. And yes, I got some more tape in my tape runner. I ran out yesterday. And I'm just lining that up. Now, because I cut it at 3 3/4, I'm giving myself almost a 1/4 inch all the way around. I kind of didn't get that quite straight on there, but that's okay. It looks fine. And now for the rest of the card. Now, I need my Stamparatus because I am using, I don't want this to not ink all the way. I would never be able to line these fine lines back up. Excuse me. Okay, where's the cardstock? Oh, Lordy. Did I put it on? Oh, put it right there. All right. These fine lines of this teapot, I would never be able to line that back up if I missed. So I definitely want to use my stamp positioning tool for this part. All right. Now, I'm using the crumb cake. I used the black last night, and it was very harsh. Black lines on a delicate teapot. So I'm trying it with the crumb cake this time and see how it changes. And I'll show you the difference. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be much better. All right, and I got it stamped perfectly, so I didn't have to worry. But that's okay, because it had messed up. It had messed up. All right. All right, we have that one on there. Let's pull that off. Excuse me. Where's my Happy Mother's Day? And I'm going to put my Happy Mother's Day up here. Now this one I know I'm going to want to do a couple of times because that's so light. Now even though it's stamped fine, it's just really light. So this is another reason you would want a stamp positioning tool. Oh no, I squished it too hard and made it blurry. Don't squish it too hard. There we go. All right, one now. Yeah, because it sunk down in this foam and that made it blurry. Oh yeah, that's much better. One more just to make it super dark. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. Whoops. I can't, it's opposite there. So nice and dark, okay? And you can see the difference. Last night when I was doing it, it's so light you could barely see it. So I like it better dark, so went over it a couple of times. Now, when I colored my teapot last night, I decided on the blue, a blue teapot. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to color, and that was a rose to show you how I colored my roses. Let's see, can I? Yeah, that'll fit right there. Okay. Because I did something special on my coloring of my rose, and I really want to show you all how I did that. So, oh, see how that didn't quite? Oh, it's okay because it's going to be colored, but there we go. That's better. All right. Oh, stuck my. Where did that come from? Oh, I must have stuck my finger in the ink. Oh, I'm glad I didn't get it on the pot. It's on the edge of the pot and it'll be cut out. Okay. All right, now that we're done stamping, there we go. Let's show you how I colored. So the teapot is very easy. I just took the light pool party and the dark pool party like I usually do, and I just quickly went in there. Ooh, I don't want to go too fast. When you get over to this more intricate, I may turn it over to the other tip, but because I'm coloring this big area, I have it on the paintbrush side. And now, you know, you see the lines where I'm coloring, but I am not kidding. As this ink dries, those lines go away. I don't know what it is about alcohol ink that does that, but so different than water-based markers. Water-based markers, you're going to leave a line. No matter how many times you go over it, it is going to leave a line. And the alcohol markers do not do that. Okay. All right, now come over with the fine tip so I can get into this intricate part here. There we go. That's much easier. Okay. Now, of course, I go with the dark, and I get where shadows would be. Back here behind the lid, that would cause shadowing back there, okay? On the lid, back behind this part of the scallop, would be shadowed. All right. the little top would be kind of shadowed. Back here, the handle, that's the pot is hiding right there. That part of the handle is going to be kind of shadowed. All right, where it loops around, that'll be shadowed. Where all these intricate lines are, that's all going to be shadowed. Okay. Of course, down underneath the pot, that's going to be shadowed. All right, where the handle meets. And then even back here, the edge, if the light's coming straight at you, inside the spout. And that edge. All right, so those are the shadowy parts, and then I just come back, and like I said, I just do the blending. Where the two meet. And as it dries, the lines disappear. It's really cool. Okay, now as soon as this finishes, I want to show you the difference with the brown or with the crumb cake outline versus the black outline. All right, let's see if I can get this to dry. Okay, and you all can make sure I'm in the spotlight here. All right, so see the difference in how the black ink, of course the brown ink isn't quite dry, but on the black one you can see there are absolutely no lines at all. And I just think the brown ink makes a prettier outline. But I already did this one, so we're going to keep this one, but I just wanted to show you that. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you was how I colored the rose. All right, I first colored the rose with just petal pink, with the dark petal pink and the light petal pink, and you couldn't see the two shades. They're so close. It is such a light color, I couldn't tell. So instead, I picked out the next shade up, color up, and that's Flirty Flamingo. But I took the light Flirty Flamingo and the dark petal pink, and the two of them are perfect. So I'm gonna just color this rose real quick with the petal pink and show you how cool this is. Make sure I get this in here. All right. Now with this Flirty Flamingo, and wherever, okay, so the shadow lines are where each petal overlap another petal. So that's where shadowing is. If you've ever wondered how to shadow a rose, it can be kind of difficult if it's very detailed rose, but this one's pretty simple. And so wherever a petal overlaps a petal, that's where shadowing is going to happen. Okay, and then of course the inside's usually shadowed, and back petals that are in the back, those are shadowed. Okay, now, whoops, I missed this one here. Go back with the petal pink and give it a good blending. So sometimes you want to use different colors together instead of the two shades that go together. So I just wanted to show you all that. And pull this up so you can see it. There you go. So very pretty. I have already cut all these pieces out. I'm not going to waste our time doing that. So let me pull everything out here. And my card base. Where's my card base? All right, so here's my card base with that. We're going to put our teapot here. Yep. Yeah, our teapot goes here. Okay. And a couple of roses down here to kind of give it some dimension. All right, so let me glue all that on. I haven't looked at y'all's comments. If y'all say, hey, good morning, April. Yay, April, you have this set. Awesome. You will love making this card. And I don't know if you saw how I did my background, April, but you'll have to go back and watch. I'm using drywall tape and a sponge. And it's a very inexpensive way to have a background, because background stamps can get kind of expensive, where this roll of tape wasn't even barely $5. And there's tons of it. You can use it forever. So there is my teapot. I'm just going to glue that right on there. Okay. And then I'm going to glue the rows down, but pop up the big rows, but pop up the other two. So let's put that up there. And get my dimensionals out. And we have baby dimensionals. We have big dimensionals. Actually, this probably would have been okay with big ones, but that's all right. Okay, just put that there. Yeah, I definitely like it when a stamp set has die cuts that cut out the intricate things instead of me having to fussy cut all that. But especially this handle on the teacup, I really like that. So just remember that all this is retiring, so if you really like it, you want to go out there and get it. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is tie a bow up here at the top, because, you know, we need more bling. All right, and I always show you all my trick with tying a bow, and I want my bow over here on this side. Once I do the tie part like that, then I hold it down for just a sec while I grab, these are called clamping tweezers. Whoops, here we go, there we go. You squeeze them and they open, and you let go and they stay closed. And so this is like my third hand. It's just gonna hold this together for me, see? And now I have my hands free to actually tie the bow. And there we go. And then we gotta adjust the ribbon part here. Let's see, what are we doing? I think I got that a little bit too twisted. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Now hold the loop while you pull the end out, and then tighten and do it again. Pull, tighten, pull, tighten. Okay, now pull out the clamps. Tighten it real good. Pull and pull. Okay. And then kind of adjust it however you want it. So I like my bows down. My loops up, my ends down. All right, so we have a pretty bow on there. And we need trim that off a little bit. There we go. I like that bow. That's cute. Okay, and then we have our Happy Mother's Day right here. And I'm going to glue the scallop one on here. Oh, no, I forgot I made a darker. I wanted to use that darker one. Hold on. Where's my scallop? Yeah. Yeah, definitely love punches. If y'all don't have these little bitty punches, you'll want to get them. They are really cute. All right, I'm going to just try to use that glue that's on there. There we go. Oh, yeah. Very good. And now dimensionals. 1, 2, and 3. Happy Mother's Day. Okay, what do you think? Whoa, there you go. I'm gonna pull it up. Am I doing this good? Yay! Happy Mother's Day! Haha! I love it. It's so pretty. Okay, I want to show you something else. I have a friend who's a school teacher, and this stamp set is not retiring, but I needed to make this card for her. This is called Harvest Hello, and this is available in the new catalog. It's available right now also. And it does come with a apple punch. And I did the green on the white with the drywall tape. So there's a second example for you. So there's the drywall on white cardstock, and here's the drywall on with tone on tone, the crumb cake. So there you go. Dorothy, I hope you liked it. Okay, that was her request for drywall instruction. Very simple. It's very low tack tape. It comes in a huge roll, $5. This will last you forever, okay? You need a sponge like this, or you can use a sponge brayer. Either one. There we go. Either one works. When you rub with this one, though, it will tear this up because of the roughness of the grid, the stuff that they use to make the tape. It'll tear that sponge up after a while, but no biggie. It'll last quite a few cards before you need to change it out. Okay, but the sponge brayer, it doesn't bother at all. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. If you have any other card tutorials that you would like, just let me know, and I will, if I don't know how to do it, I'll go figure it out like I did on this one, and I love that. Also, if you like card tutorials, my newsletter always has a card tutorial in it, and this will be uploaded to YouTube. By the way, I was checking my YouTube this morning. I only have 35 more people, and I hit 2,000 subscribers. I've had my YouTube channel for about 3 years, so 2,000, that's a long time coming. I'm pretty excited about that. I've talked enough. Y'all go have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Bye-bye.